It's the Ford Show. Ford Motor Company of Australia presents the Ford Show Orchestra, led by Bob Gibson, with Peggy Brooks, Ray Dixon, Ted Hamilton, and the man at the wheel is yours truly, David Lowe. Our guest star tonight comes to us by arrangement with the Australian Broadcasting Commission. The harmonica star of David N. Martin's last Tivoli success, Calypso Capers, Ronald Chesney. And the Ford Show gets away to a lilting, laughing start as Ray Dixon says, "Let's get going and bring your smile along."
No matter where you go, you never can go wrong if you bring your smile along. No matter what you do, you'll be so welcome too if you bring your smile along. And when it comes to love, just put this down: you'll get further with a smile than you will with a frown. Remember, your romance will stand a better chance if you bring your smile along. Life can be so worthwhile, you're never out of style when you bring your smile along. If you go east or west, you'll mingle with the best when you bring your smile along. Though it's been said before, I'd like to say, a smile is your umbrella on that rainy day. And just remember too, the world will smile with you when you bring your smile along.
Do you know that Prefect provides what was previously thought to be impossible in a 10-horsepower car? Firstly, the motor has so much power and punch you'd think you were driving a big car. Yes, you get up to 40 miles per gallon. Inside, there's roominess far beyond what you'd ever expect in a 10-horsepower car. And what you can see with Prefect's amazing vision is also far bigger and better. The smoothness of ride is something to really talk about. It's called the miracle ride. And for a light car, that's an apt description. And how you can pile in that luggage. Prefect's big boot has a really mighty lot of usable space. The best way to find out how much extra Prefect provides for its low-budget price is to see it, drive it, measure it, and compare its features with those of any other 10-horsepower car. Your Ford dealer is ready right now to show you 10-horsepower motoring's biggest, finest buy, the very latest Prefect. And now a number from a recent hit parade. In a special arrangement for the Ford Show Orchestra, here is Ted Hamilton to sing of Two Different Worlds.
Two different worlds we live in, two different worlds, for we've been told that a love like ours could never be. So far apart, they say we're so far apart, and that we haven't the right to change our destiny. When will they learn that the heart doesn't draw a line? Nothing matters if I'm yours and you are mine. Two different worlds we live in, two different worlds, but we will
show them as we walk together in the sun that our two different worlds are different worlds. We live in two different worlds, but we will show them as we walk together in the sun that our two different worlds are one.
Introducing a new number which has the subtle rhythm of the current calypso craze. From singing star Peggy Brooks, it's called Mangoes.
Mangoes, papaya, chestnuts from the fire in my house of straw. I have so much more. High from the pigeon I fix in the kitchen. Each bite is just right for your appetite. Now if you like the way I cook, and if you like the way I look, then step inside my shady nook, and you'll find mangoes and papayas, anything your heart desires. Mangoes, papayas, chestnuts from the fires. The food is so good you will wanna stay. Eat up and drink up and maybe you think of the day when we say preacher man okay. Now if you like the way I cook, and if you like the way I look, then step inside my shady nook, and you'll find mangoes and papayas, anything your heart desires. Mangoes, papaya, chestnuts from the fire. The food is so good you will wanna stay. Up and drink up and maybe you think of the day when we say preacher man okay. Mango, mango.
joining Bob Gibson and the Ford Show Orchestra, here is our guest star, England's most celebrated harmonica virtuoso, Ronald Chesney.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's very nice to be playing for you this evening on the Ford Show. I'd like to start off by showing you some of the weird tone colors and effects that you can get on a harmonica with this version of Blues in the Night. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, this next piece is quite different in style, a little bit of gypsy music, something you know very well. It's been very popular in the last few years, with an accompaniment scored for me by the famous Canadian composer and arranger Bob Farnham. It's the horror staccato. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. This next piece is something a little bit more up to date, a number that's been heard around quite a bit lately. Very lively little piece from sunny Portugal, Petticoats of Portugal.
And the Ford Show says thank you to our guest, London's harmonica virtuoso, Ronald Chesney. When you're the owner of a Ford-built motor vehicle of any type, you have a lasting asset in terms of performance, dependability, and top value for money. There's still another advantage in being a Ford owner. Wherever you live, wherever you drive, you'll find a nearby Ford dealer. He's a man with complete knowledge of your vehicle. He has stocks of genuine Ford parts and accessories. His staff is trained in Ford factories in the proper care of Ford-built units. And he has special factory-designed equipment to ensure that work is done efficiently and economically. Your nearby Ford dealer is a friend indeed. Get to know him and get the best in motoring. From the lovely sea-girt land of the hibiscus flower and the gracious tribute of the lay come the parting melodies in tonight's sports show. Bob Gibson and the orchestra, with the Hawaiian guitar played by Django Khan, recreate a warm color canvas in terms of sapphire blue Pacific and the golden sands of palm-fringed beaches. Here then is a serenade for those who follow the sun, in fancy if not in fact, opening with a nostalgic glimpse of one of the world's most famous beaches, the beach at Waikiki. Now here is a song for a dusky beauty with a vivid tropical flower set in her dark tresses. Unlike the flower, the memory is imperishable, and like the whispering winds and the lazy palm fronds, the song echoes and re-echoes forever. Sweet Leilani.
Sweet Leilani, heavenly flowers, nature fashioned roses kissed with you, and then she placed them in a bower. It was the start of you, sweet Leilani, heavenly flowers. Tropic stars are jealous as they shine. I think they're jealous of your blue eyes, jealous because you're mine.
A tribute now to the sinuous grace which is the heritage of the people of the islands, the eloquent language of movement itself, expressed in the rhythm of the Hawaiian dance. Lovely hula hands.
Lovely hula hands, graceful as a bird in motion, gliding like the gulls o'er the ocean. Lovely hula hands, white Hawaiian sands, nothing in this tropic splendor like the lightest touch of your slender, lovely hula hands. When our fingertips are meeting, gently they convey more than words can say, and my heart is sadly beating, gladly understands the tender meaning of your hula hands, fingertips that say aloha. Says to me again, I love you, lovely hula hands.
A contrast to the flexible rhythm of the Hawaiian love song, and is one of the fiercely rhythmic rituals of the island warrior caste, the Hawaiian war chant.
Ta hoa hela, ta hoa hoa hela, e huenila, a fili kokalula, putti tui tui te toila, andalita we abale. Ta hoa hela, ta hoa hela, e huenila, a fili kokalula, putti tui tui te toila, andalita we abale. Tai, ta huila, tai, ta huila. Ta hoa hela, e hoenila, a pili kokalula, putti dui tui, te toila, handalita we apale. Ta hoa hela, e hoenila, a pili kokalula, putti dui tui, te toila, handalita we apale. Tai, ta huila, tai, ta huila, tai. Ta huila, tai, ta huila.
But the inland rhythm of the islands keeps coming back, like the smooth, sweeping swell of those long, lazy waves which lap the sun-drenched sands. Here is the Song of the Islands.
Aloha from the bottom of my heart. Keep the smile on your lips, brush the tear from your eye. One more aloha, then it's time for goodbye. To you, sweetheart, aloha. In dreams I'll be with you, dear, tonight, and I'll pray for that day when we two will meet again. Until then, sweetheart, aloha.
Finally, in the tradition of the islands, we cast our lays into the sea as we say farewell. And according to the ancient legend, if the waves carry the lay back to shore, then the traveler will return to Hawaii. Until then, it's aloha. Featured as guest star harmonica virtuoso Ronald Chesney by arrangement with the Australian Broadcasting Commission and David and Martin Tivoli Circus. You also heard Peggy Brooks, Ray Dixon, Ted Hamilton, the Ford Show Orchestra led by Bob Gibson. The Ford Show is produced and directed by Darcy Fitzgerald. David Lowe speaking. A reminder, too, to listen for the Ford Show again at the same time next week, presented by Ford Motor Company of Australia. The Ford Show is broadcast over an Australia-wide network to our armed forces and shortwave listeners around the world through Radio Australia. So until the same time next week, it's good night from... F-O-R-D. And remember, wherever you go, wherever you are, watch the Fords go by.